Bubba, you want to talk about how our parents met?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do you want me to start? Or do you want to start?
You.
Okay. So, first, Mom was on Facebook and said, "Hey, does anybody on here want to talk?" And my dad said, "Yeah." And then my mom said, "Well, I have 2 kids, and if you're not going to accept that, then we should stop talking right now." And then obviously my dad would accept it because he kept talking, and then my mom said like what she'd been through in her life and that kind of stuff. And then they started talking, and one day my mom called my dad, and then
My sister said, "You're going to marry my mommy."
And then a few months later, they got married, and then we moved to Wisconsin. And then
I got muscles!
me too.
Hey, what are you kids talking about?
How you met?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we can get in on this conversation.
Yeah. Okay.
So, hon, why don't you start how we met, and I'll join in.
I had got on this Facebook group, and it was people that were like-minded and similar faith to what we have, and people were just on there talking about different subjects, and I was kind of looking for somebody to talk to. It was during the beginning of the pandemic, and I was kind of lonely. We couldn't really go anywhere, be around a lot of people, and
Yeah, that was a crazy time.
yeah, it was a crazy time. And one day I got on there and messaged and said, "Does anybody on here actually want to talk?" Because nobody was really being conversational. It was more just like back and forth type stuff. And so, you want to finish that? Say how you got on there?
Yeah, I should probably talk about that. Well, I'd gotten on there too. I'd been on there, and I'll admit I was one of the people that was not being serious about conversation. I was posting funny memes and jokes and stuff, but I was kind of looking, and same thing. I was just kind of lonely because I lived alone in an apartment, and pandemic couldn't go anywhere, so those 4 walls were getting pretty lonely. So what next?
Tell about how you got on there and it was an accident.
Oh, that's what you want me to talk about. Okay, so I gotten on there that afternoon, and right after she posted that, I saw it, so I went to look at her profile, and I was on my phone and scrolling through on my phone, and looking at her profile, and I thought she was, extremely beautiful, because she is. And so I was trying to go through, and the phone froze up. And so, as you get frustrated when your phone freezes up. So I was clicking on it and everything else, and in the process of doing that, when it unfroze, I clicked Add Friend. Now, I'd never spoken to her before at all. So I was like, well, I did this on accident. How do I get out of it? And not how do I get... I mean, like, how do I get out of the situation of this is a very awkward situation? And before I could do anything, I got a message from her that said, hi. And so I thought, well, give this a shot. I said hello. And then
you said a dad joke that I didn't even get at the time, because I pretty slow to catch up on jokes. I've gotten better as time has gone on, but and then pretty much I told him everything about the kids and what I had been through in my life, and kind of left a bottom line because by that time I was tired. Like, you can accept all this or you can hit the road, Jack. And I guess he thought we were fun, interesting, curious, maybe a little bit.
Well, yeah, because she told me all this information within like an hour of us starting talking. And then she said, and if you're not willing to accept that, we might as well quit talking right now. And we really hadn't even started talking yet. We didn't, we hadn't even gotten through all the preliminary stuff of like, the what's your favorite music, what's your favorite color type of thing. All that small talk stuff, which I'm not good at that small talk anyway, so it just intrigued me that she was willing to go, all right, this is the deal, take it or leave it right now. And I'm like, okay, I got to find out more about her, because not only is she beautiful, she knows what she wants, and I love that.
But then time went on. He lives in Wisconsin at that time, and we lived in Texas, so he came down and met my family all within like that same day. He met us, he met my family. It was pretty wild.
Yeah, I got off the plane, got my rental pickup, drove to the hotel, dropped my stuff off, drove to her house, and within about maybe 10 minutes of meeting her, I'm meeting her parents because they live next door. And then sat and talked with her dad for a while. Her mom was on the phone taking care of some stuff. Sat and talked with her dad for a while. Her mom came in and said, we're going to Votros. Did I say it right this time?
Yeah, you did. Very good.
And we're meeting Nate and Jamie there, and Nate and Jamie is, of course, Tana's brother and sister-in-law, and their kids, and so within about an hour of meeting Tana in person for the first time, I was meeting mom, dad, brother, sister-in-law, niece, nephew.
And 2 aunts.
I didn't meet the aunts until next day.
Okay.
Because it was
Jeremiah's birthday.
Yeah, it was Jeremiah's birthday, and so I met them the next day, and so it was kind of a whirlwind. I was only down there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, flew back Monday morning, and I met pretty much her whole family in that time. And they, of course, fell in love with me because, who wouldn't? I'm very humble. So.
And then we came back up. We came up here in December, and he proposed in the truck.
Yeah. I don't know. Should we tell that story now, or should we tell that at a different time?
Let's save it for another time.
All right. Comment below if you want to hear the engagement story, and then we'll make a video about the engagement story.
Yeah. Well, but we got married and moved up here, and it's all been good since then.